What's going on, Facebook? Listen, I want to talk to you all quickly about something, but before I do, I just want to let you know I don't know if you've ever been to a Jesus Girl conference. I want to tell you you need to come to Jesus Girl conference this year. It's going to be September 16th through the 19th. You're going to see some flyers real soon. Tickets will be available soon, so make sure you go to your Jesus Girl conference. Get the tickets. This is the book Jesus Girl. My wife and some of our friends wrote this book. I tell you, it's powerful. You need to get you a copy. But also make sure that you get a copy of 40 Days of Presence, Drawing Close to God in 40 Days. It's a book that I wrote. I believe it'll be a blessing to your life. I'm getting testimony after testimony of what God is doing with people when they get this book. You can go to MikeOwensMinistry.com to pick that one up. Actually, you can get both of them there. But listen, I want to talk to you really quick about how not to give up so easily, right? And in doing so, you will be able to live out the dreams that God has set for your life, and how not to lose focus while doing it. That's what I want to talk about real quick, because here's the thing. I noticed that a lot of people are just calling it quits. First sign of trouble, they want to give up, throwing in the towel, they get discouraged. And listen, I understand what that's like, and I can just share with you and be vulnerable. I remember probably many years ago, I just started feeling hopeless. And I don't know if you've ever felt like that hopeless feeling at all, where literally just every day it just seemed like an assembly line experience, where you felt like, is this that's all that's going to be about my life? This is what I'm looking forward to for the however many years I'm supposed to be here. And you get discouraged because you feel like, I want to be able to leave something behind for the next generation. I want to leave some type of fingerprint. I want to do something that's meaningful. I don't know if you've ever felt that before, but I've experienced that. And I want to tell you what happened to me is remarkable. It was a God experience, and it will help you to be able to live out what God has for you, and also how not to lose focus in the process while you're doing it. So, like I told you, I was just feeling like, I don't know what to do. I was discouraged, getting depressed. Like I'm doing things, but it was just like an existence. And so one day, I was invited to someone actually rented out my father's church at the time, and they had a guy to come. I was a prophet, such and such, and he came, and the guy invited me. And during that time, just being honest, just transparent, I didn't believe in prophets at all. I thought they were done away with, and I didn't really want to go, but I did it, just to say, hey, I'll go just to support you. But when I went, what I heard, it was mind blowing. I'm like, what in the world? When I tell you, he was prophesying to people that I knew that they didn't know him. It was so accurate. But God did something for me with that experience, because after that night, I went home and I apologized to God. And here's the prayer I prayed. I said, God, listen, if I'm wrong about this, even though I thought I was right, what else am I wrong about that I just don't know? And I told God, I said, listen, Lord, please, you're going to have to break the limits I've placed on you. That prayer was a powerful prayer. I actually encourage you all to pray that prayer. Break the limitations, because God did some supernatural things after that, but he did something else that I was not aware at the time. Literally, when I asked God to break the limits I placed on him, he did just that. I began to realize gradually, or in a subtle way, and have you ever prayed a prayer where God answered it, and he answered it in such a subtle way that you didn't even know it was answered? You had to think back and say, wait, I'm not at that place anymore. But what he did was, when he broke those limits that I placed off of him, I began to see hopelessness and see through it, and began to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because if God is a limitless God, and I didn't place any limits on him anymore, guess what? Now the hopelessness, God can still bring hope in whatever confused state I'm in, there's still hope. And he did just that. And I encourage you, one, pray that prayer. And now here's the thing that would happen with me, and I want you to be able to actually do the things that God wants you to do. Imagine knowing what God has for you to do, but you just can't complete it. You're not being able to finish it. You're going to finish strong, okay? And here's the word I want to give you: don't give up. Quit giving up so easily. Don't get discouraged. Don't any sign of trouble. Don't get depressed, okay? Fight through that. And you're asking, how did you fight through it? That's a great question. And here's what I began to do. The first thing that I had to do is I made sure that I was not evasive, that I did not avoid what I knew that I had to do. Anything that I had to do, I did not avoid it. No matter how difficult it was, I always put it before me. I always had it in front of me. Don't avoid it. Don't ignore it. Have people around you. Share people that you the people that you trust. Share with them the dreams that God's given you, the purposes that's attached to your life. Share it with people you trust so they can hold you accountable. This will help motivate you, because that's one of the worst feelings ever, where you just don't feel motivated. And I know that feeling. It's a horrible feeling. I'm not motivated. I want to get it done, but I'm not motivated to do it. So what do? I won't avoid this. I will put it before me until I will do it. That is a secret. That is a key. Don't be evasive. Just literally go head forward with this thing. Let it be in front of your eyes. Tell people, hey, hold me accountable. Make sure you mention it. Like, write it in front of you everywhere you go. Make sure that thing is right there, that you will not avoid it. Talk about it. Talk about it. The more you talk about something, you even begin to buy into what you should have believed a long time ago, even when you don't believe in it. But I know this is what God wants me to do. Talk about it like it's going to happen. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, it's going to happen. Just don't avoid it. Now, here's the second thing that actually helped me. It's remarkable, because this is going to help some of you all, because some of you all, the issue is that you can start it, but you can't finish it. You haven't been able to finish it. And God would not put a burden on your heart that he did not plan for you to finish. And here's what I want to encourage you to do is you have to practice follow through. You have to practice it. What is practicing follow through look like? It's mandatory that you practice follow through, because by doing so, watch this, you will train yourself. It's like muscle memory. You're training yourself to do what you've been destined to do. It's in your DNA. You're already built for it. God created you for this thing, but you have to train the muscle memory, your spiritual muscle memory, so that you can follow through with this thing. Now, here's how I did it. Now, this is how I do it, because you ask my wife, when I want to do something, I will try my best. I'm not satisfied until it's done. And then I see people who just say, how do you get it done? Very simple task. One of the things that I normally do is I literally take a book, a notebook, a pad, something that I can carry with me easily, and put in my briefcase, and I write down weekly to-dos, right? I write down weekly to-dos, even if it's something as I got to go to the store. I just write it down. Even though I know I have to do it, I write it down. I write down, hey, I have to take care of this business over here. I have to do this. Something small, but here's the thing. Not only do I write down the weekly to-dos, things that seem small, and I'm going to go back to that and tell you why I do that, but I also write down the things, the to-dos that I know that God told me to do. And with that right there, that's a special to do, because I always I draw like a little asterisk right by it, because that's a priority, right? You can highlight it. Why? Because when you see that asterisk, like, if anything, I need to do this. Even when I don't even complete all of my to-dos for that day, but my goal is to finish it that week. And sometimes I carry some things over 2 weeks, but I keep it. Remember, it won't be evasive. I don't avoid it. I keep it in front of me, and I always go back back, reminding me that this is important. My satisfaction is that I need to check it off. When I check it off, guess what? I've gained victory. I've actually accomplished and finished something. And here's why I told you I'm going to come back when even with small things, because I do the small things. Why? Because it's training my muscle memory to practice follow through. Right? So if I check off the small thing, guess what? I got it done. And it encourages me. I won. And now I feel more inspired to do the more difficult things because I look at the list. I say, I checked that off. I checked that off. I conquered this. I conquered that. And now that one thing, if God told me to do it or something I've planned to do and I could not finish it, if I conquered all these small victories, guess what? You're next. It's encouraging. And so here's the thing. You have to train yourself not to give up. You know, life is too short. Too many people are leaving. And why would we leave this earth without accomplishing the things that God has given us? Things that's written in our books in heaven, dreams and burdens and purpose that God has attached to our life, that he wants to use us in a significant way with him, through him, just doing things for the Lord. This is what you need to do. Follow through. Do those two things. Remember, always don't avoid it. That's the first thing. Bring it in front of people so that they can hold you accountable. People who will always remind you. You know, not the people that you barely talk to, you know, once every blue moon. No, tell it to people that you live with that always say, did you do that? Did you take out the trash? The trash is still here. Did you take it out? Get those kind of people because they will bring it to your face. And don't get irritated. Let them tell you why. Because you want to be motivated and inspired to do it, but also get your checklist. Practice follow through. Practice even with unrelated things, because all it does, it encourages and it gives you a win. It gives you a victory. So if you get enough victories, guess what? You've built up enough courage to get this big, huge victory. So listen, my word for you is, look, don't give up. Don't give up. If you got to go to school, go back to school. If that is your goal, do it. Don't give up. If it's just a matter of your career, whatever your goal is, do not give up. I will not let the enemy have satisfaction of knowing that I want to give up. So I will smile and just rejoice, even if my heart is heavy. Why? Because the enemy don't like me and I don't like the enemy. And I want to make sure the enemy gets irritated when he knows that I'm smiling and he knows he doesn't have a chance. Why? Because we have a strong and mighty God. Listen, I hope this helps somebody out, because you on the brink of giving up because you feel hopeless and you have not been encouraged. You don't feel the strength. You don't feel motivated. But listen, there's still hope in the Lord. There's still hope. To ask God, break the limits off the limits I placed on you, God, so that I can accomplish the things that you've given me to do. So listen, I hope that blessed you. But again, just to reiterate, go and get your Jesus Girl book. They're having a conference on, I think it's September 16th through the 19th. September 16th through the 19th. The tickets will be available soon. Make sure you get a copy of the book. Come to the conference. You're going to enjoy it. And also, if you have not gotten my book yet, 40 Days of Presence, it's a must read. You listen, I'm seeing people have encounters with God. They're calling me, telling me, look, the Lord did this for me. I'm experiencing intimacy. I didn't even know how to draw close to God. But this book helps me to draw closer to the Lord. So get your book. Go to MikeOwensMinistry.com to get the Jesus Girl book and the 40 Days of Presence book. You can get both of them on MikeOwensMinistry.com. Listen, you all be blessed. I love you all. Listen, hopefully you will continue to do the work that God has for you to do. God bless you.